while I was at the braiding retreat up to Chico, Montana, one of the people asked me if I would do a video on this knot where you have a Gaucho V on each side and then a herringbone pattern in the center. And I did it with this rawhide string, but it's hard to see on the video, so I'm going to tie it with some paracord on this bigger stick, and hopefully you'll be able to see it easier. So we're tying a 13-part 4-bight Casa Knot. So we take the wraps, and we got to have three crossings. So there's 1, 2, 3. So that's on the back, this is on the front, and this is on the back. Now I turn and do 3 overs. Over, over, over. Now I do under over 3 times. Under over. Under over. And under over. Now we do that again. Under over. And in doing this, we're doing the opposite of the strand to our right, but we're doing the same thing as our standing in on here, so we're just actually laying tracks. So there's an under over. And under over. But if you tie them to where you stay close to this side, your knot is straighter. If you're always following your standing in and then pushing it over, your knot can have a twist in it. Okay, so we're doing the opposite of this side here. So it's under, over, or it's over, under, over. Then this is an over 2, under, over, over 2, under, over. Now we're just splitting our tracks. Over, under, over 2, under, over 2, under, over. Now we go under this outside bight to get in our tracks. And then it's just over 1, under 1 all the way back. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under. Okay, now we want to look and see that our knot is straight. And right here, go in alongside of our standing in to finish our knot. Now when I did this rawhide one, I did the whole knot with 1 string. But on this one, I'm going to do it with 2 strings so we can see the new strand and on the interweave and the red for the primary. But on that knot, what I did is I pulled this string out and took it under, so it would be under those 3, and this one come under and clear to there. because what we want to do, wherever you want your gaucho to stop and your herringbone to start, you think of it as tying a pineapple interweave, and this would be your cross. That would be your cross, and that'll be our cross, which will give us our gaucho here and our gaucho here. Now, if we wanted it further, we could go to these. We could have our gaucho that wide. But in this 13-part knot, we better stick with right there. So what I'm going to do is get a different color string. And we're going to go under 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the same spot it would have been when I tied it all with one string, because I pulled this out and went under 3, and this come over and under those 2, so it started right there. Okay, so now we're following the strand on our left, this one right here, and we're tying it just like a pineapple knot. So it's over, under, and now if we were doing our pineapple knot, right, as I said, that would have been our X. But we're going to go, but where that comes out is when we come in, we want to be going up at that point to do our switch. But we just continue following, clear out of the knot so it goes out over. Because the string we're following, see how it goes out over and comes in under? So we've got, for our gaucho, we got to be over and under. So I come under 1. Now I go, now right there was our X. If that was our pineapple, we'd be coming out, splitting that pair with a 3X. So we're going to go over 1 and under those 3 to make our transition. That is the trick to this knot, is doing that to get our transition from our gaucho back to our herringbone pattern. Now, once we come out, we're following the strand on our right. So over 1, under 1, over 1, and the strand we're following goes over 2, so we got to split that pair. So I go over 1, under 2 to split the pair. Get some twists out. And then we just follow it on out of the knot. Over, under, over, under. Now there's our standing end there that we put in under our 4. We just go over it. So we're going over 2 out of the knot. Get my twists out of my string. Okay, so we're over 2 out of the knot, and we're going to come back in under 1. And now we're following right here. So it's under 1, over 1, and right here is where we do our switch. See, we're following the one on our right here, and up here we got to be following the one on our left, so we do our under 3 and split that pair. Where I'm doing that under 3, I've got my string not wanting to untwist for me. I might have to untwist it there. And now I can roll. There we go. Okay, so we went under 3 and split that pair. And now we're back to following the strand on our left. Over 1, under 1, over 1, and under 2 to split that pair. Over 1, under 1, over 1, under 1, and out over 2. Come in under 1. Now, this time, over 1, and we've got this interweave strand, so we got to go under 4 and split that pair. We're always going to have this pair. So it's under 4. Now we're over 1, under 1, and now we got a pair out in front of us, so it's over 2, under 2 to split that pair going in, that pair going out. And we go over 1, under 1, and then we're going over, and we go over our standing end of our thing, so that we're actually doing a 2, but then we're just going under 1 and out over 2. I'm just going to push everything flat, and we come in under 1, over 1, and well, I'm going to pull my string so we don't have that big bunch to unsplit or untwist. Under 4 and split that pair. Okay, following on our left, over, under. Now we're going to go over 2 and split that pair, under 2 and split that pair. Now we're following that strand right there. So it's going to go over 1, under 1, over 1, split that pair, go under 2, and out of the knot over 2. Come in under 1. We go over 2 and under 4. So it's under 1, over 2, split that pair, and then under 4 to switch our pattern. Now we're following the one on our left or on our right. So it's over 1, under 2 to split the pair. over 2, split a pair, under 2, split a pair, now we're over 1, under 1, and this one down here is the standing end of our interweave. So it's just under 1, and then we go over our standing end there, go over 2, split that pair, under 2, split that pair, and out of the knot, over 2. Now we come, there's our over 2 out, there's our under 1 coming in. Now we're going to go over 2 and split that pair, and then there's our under 4 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got an over 1, under 2, over 2, split the pair, under 2, split the pair, over 1, under 1, now we go over the one that's down underneath, so we have our over 2, under 2, and out over 2. Now we come in, there's our over 2 going out, we come in under 2 and split that pair. Now we're going to go over 2 and split that pair. And then we got to do our under 4 to change from our gaucho to our herringbone. Now it's just over 2 and split the pair, under 2 and split a pair, over 2 and split a pair, under 2 and split a pair, over 2, under 1, because the strand down underneath is where we go under our 4. This just made it our 4. Okay, so we're going to go over it and split this pair. So it's actually an over 2, then under 2, over 2. Now we come in, we went out over 2, and now these two are standing in, working end of our primary knot. So actually that's a 3, but now we're going to come in under 2, above the standing end of our interweave knot, because that is the strand that's buried, over 2, and then it would have went under our 4 to finish our knot. That gives us our gaucho on our edge. See our V for our gaucho. And then you have this unsplit pair, which I don't really like. But that is where we switch to our herringbone pattern. And then right on this end, you've got your full V. Well, you kind of got a V and a half for a headhunter. But that makes an interesting knot. And the thing with switching from a herringbone pattern on the inside to a gaucho on the outside is all of your bights on one bite boundary, and they all make an outside inside bite. So where we had 4, now we've got 8 bites, which make it really grip whatever your foundation is or to tie your knot. And everything's straight. I hope you'll try tying this knot. And use it. It's an interesting knot to use and tie. Thank you for watching.